everybody remember support.
Yes.
Title of the book again, sir?
Escaping a life sentence. Yes.
Yeah, hear that? Escaping a life,
A life sentence. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's going to be out on Amazon and all of the book places. Look around.
Yes. Yes.
And find it on one. Put it out
Yes.
on Facebook.
Yes.
Ask, where can I find this book?
Yes.
The price is not definite. Brother Cornell quoted
1999. Yeah.
But the possibility is that he's not 100% sure about
Right.
that. So
Yeah.
we're not going to quote that today.
Yes.
And I would have loved to be able to do that, but I can't and we won't, because it is not, we don't want to deceive the people. We want to
Right.
give you the right information.
Yes. 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 Yes.
That being said, so we're going to go back to 27 children's book.
Yeah, so I've written 27 children's book. There is 3 that are out published.
Right.
And then the novels, so I have a literary agent.
Right.
And the literary agent is responsible for finding me a book deal when it comes to the novels.
Okay.
So escaping a life sentence, because it's so close to who I am and my journey.
Right.
I wanted to kind of did my first project as putting out one of my, adult books.
Right.
Because my first adult book was Bunt Walk, which is a book of poems.
Got Bunt Walk, everybody.
Yes,
Got
yeah.
it. Let me just wait. Let me see if anybody can. Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to sign it too.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
And Bunt Walk actually debuted at #1 on Amazon in the poetry category.
Ooh.
And went back to #1 and then went back to #1. So it was at #1 for 3 different occasions.
Right.
There is some powerful pieces in it, also some dramatic pieces. And of course, pieces that touch on me growing up and my journey from I was boy in Jamaica to now here in America.
Right.
So this is why it's called Bunt Walk. Bunt short for my last name, Bunting.
Right.
Walk stand for the journey.
Bunting.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say anything because I do have family with the name Bunting.
Yeah.
My cousin.
Yeah.
Hazel. Is your last name Bunting? If you're listening, she's in England.
Okay. She's in England.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's in England. Hazel, if you're listening, if your last name is Bunting, I think it is Bunting because we have our Uncle Bunting.
Okay.
That her father. And,
Lovely.
Yeah, so from Riversdale.
Yeah. Well, so anyways, so this project, I've kind of see what I can do out there. So now with escaping a life sentence is what are all those possibilities look like, you know, because there's 2 main things that the book is tied to. It's tied to when I was locked away for 10 months, facing 32 years to life in prison.
Tragic.
And when I died for 16 minutes.
Wow.
So it's also touching on me escaping those things that could actually trap your mind into believing you really need it when you don't really need it. You know, so it's a book that really help you to, it educates you and help you how to find who you are and, and understand how this society is and how the world is actually.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I have to say this, that if I may take this opportunity to say this, our young people today, they are big on research, educate.
Yes.
Educate, research. And I have to get into the habit, and changing my behavior and my outlook and my inward look too. Because I have young adult children.
Yeah.
And they are teaching me that I need to get with it, Mom. Get with it.
And that's the thing. There's a lot of people that are not. A lot of people don't really care for the reading and stuff. But we're in an era right now where we have to be finding those
avenues.
It's the wordings, I guess, to have that knowledge and really what's going on.
Are you saying the language?
Yeah.
To speak the language? Is that right?
You could say that, but it's how to understand why we're in the current situation we're in.
Okay.
Because, one of the things, and I was just telling someone this the other day, I said, listen, we had things that happened in 1890
Right.
that was huge.
Right.
The blacks were very powerful. The blacks
Right.
were independent, and they were pushing that.
Right.
But there is things from the past that was, those chapters were ripped out. They were
Right.
trying to not let the current black see that.
Population.
Because and it's crazy because blacks were Republican in this time.
I did that history. I did it in school actually, and I know that to be absolute based on the history.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was, and they actually changed over when Martin Luther King was taken out of jail in Alabama. When that's when the real major shift, because there was election time.
Well, so what I found was, so there is a story that touches on what was going on in Wellington in North Carolina.
Right.
And how, because in North Carolina, in Wellington, there was black doctors, teachers, lawyers, all these guys that was
Right.
in the House,
Right.
in the House Senate.
Right.
Also, people that was just making major moves.
Right.
But because they were, so the Republicans had won twice in a row.
Right.
They had won back to back, I
Right.
guess, 1892, 94.
Right.
So when 96 came around, they're like, listen, we have to figure out how to shut this down.
Oh, you're talking about that early in the
Oh
history.
my goodness,
Yes.
yeah. But
Okay.
that's really when, so because they figured out a way to lost that in the pile of our history,
You're
a lot
right.
of black people don't really know about that. And so now the very Democrat that was, they said, listen, we need to figure out how to poison the mind of these guys to get them back under our control.
Right.
And they force, it was like a forced control,
Right.
where they forced to control back the society and
Right.
say, listen, we need to be in power. We can't have these guys getting powerful. And it's one of those things where now that you see people rioting and all these things, I can't blame people for doing what they're doing because people are upset.
Right.
And for people that have seen that,
Right.
they've seen what was done to those Fort parents.
Right.
These people had businesses. There was black businesses that was burned down and all these things. When you go into the story on Tulsa, which
Right.
was, this happened in, I think,
You mean the
1921.
syphilis story?
No. In Tulsa, they
Right.
had a community that was called the Black Wall Street.
Or the one that they burned down and
They burned the whole thing down.
Oh,
They burned
yes.
literally
Everything.
everything down. They
Right.
they literally let black people had no business left. Black people had to run out of there because they were killing them. Over
remember,
300
yes.
black people got killed.
Right.
So, and those are things that they were trying to sweep under the rug, so no one knew about it.
Yes.
And because of all this, it's the information. When people start to erase information,
Right.
they don't want you to be, what would I say,
Curious?
like, well, not curious, but like, now you have that knowledge now,
Oh, yeah,
so
they
you
want
have
it.
now self-powered yourself
Right.
to have a better understanding in society and
Right.
who you're putting in power to lead you, know,
Right.
and to lead the country. And
Right.
now, and for me, like I said, I don't never want to tell someone who to vote for. I
Right.
said, listen, look at the platforms,
Right.
look at the platforms that
Right.
we have and look to see what best help you. But,
Right.
so many of us have this mindset now where we want a lot of free things from
Right.
the system, but that's not, the big picture is how these individuals control.
Right.
They control us as, individuals because we don't have enough knowledge to understand where this is all coming from. But we were sent here to be independent. And we're dominant. We're a dominant race. We help every other race to get powerful.
People, you're hearing this now. Now you know. now people, you know me how I am about who we are, and that's why I try to wipe that word minority
Yes,
out of the
yes,
language.
yes.
Because I am absolute about that. Thank you so much, my brother.
You're very welcome.
Yes. Thank you very much. Did you hear dominant here?
Yeah,
Anybody
yes, yes.
heard dominant?
Yes, yes.
Minority and dominant just don't go together.
It don't go together.
And
yeah.
and you know what? Unfortunately, It's unfortunate that we have to put our foot down,
Right.
but it's also imperative
Yeah.
that we have to put our foot
We
down.
have to.
We have to.
We can't keep going. It's because now there is so many people that have misunderstood what happened for 400 years.
The dark.
Right? And
Yes.
then there's another 50 that happened where these people decide, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's let up a little bit. Because
Yeah.
we've been fighting for this for a very long time.
Very
you
true.
know, we got our freedom, but then
Right.
it wasn't really a freedom. You know,
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
still being enslaved in a lot of things.
Yes.
And even when you have, you know, because it shows, like, if you have all these individuals that have their businesses,
Right.
when it comes to fear, and you say fear is fear, where
Right.
everyone is treated equal.
Right.
But then when you're going to see all these people that are prospering and you say, no, man, we can't have this. We can't have them prospering because we're not prospering on the same level.
Right.
And not to put it on out there the way I'm going to say it right now, because sometimes you say something and people take it the wrong way. But when you take someone of color
Right.
and another race,
Right.
there is a 90% chance the person of color is going to beat that other race. And why I say
Yeah.
90% chance, because you do have other race that are very strong as well. But
Right.
but this race is very strong. It's very powerful. It's just that we're not there yet as a united race.
We're not confident.
Eh,
I don't know if it's confident.
well, you
or
know,
united.
yeah,
or
it's
confident.
just we don't have all the knowledge to understand where we are and what we stand for.
So should I have to put it there? Seek and you shall find.
Well, yeah.
Or is it that ignorance is a bliss and some people have to
Well,
live there?
ignorant is very bad, you know. When you're ignorant, it's very bad because you have lacked so much of certain knowledge
Right.
that you will literally fight someone on something that you're not even correct about.
Telling me.
You know, so,
Not only have I done that fight, but
Yeah.
I've been fought too.
yeah. So it's
yes.
And for me, a lot of time, even when I know someone is wrong, I don't like that extra stuff. So
Oh,
you know, I
okay.
said, listen,
You're a calm person.
if this is where you at with that,
Yeah.
listen, go with that, because I know, you know, we have put ourselves in situation
Right.
that we have compromised ourselves.
Very much so.
And
very much so.
this is where we have those arguments now, because you have people of color that are very powerful,
Right.
but they are either getting paid by these other race to
Hush hush.
yeah, to hush us or to continue keeping us in that mindset
Box,
or
yeah.
that place, you know,
Right,
where
right.
we can't fetch for ourselves.
Yes.
You know, and if we can't fetch for ourselves, we're gonna be dependable.
Oh my goodness. So I was listening to just an exchange between my two sons the other day, and they were talking about just the other day before the other day,
Right.
and they were talking about the fact and the box,
Yes.
this cage
Getting out
mentality,
the box, yeah.
the box,
Yeah.
where we are so contained that the church, the liquor store, the bodega, everything is in the same little
Right.
contained area,
yeah.
and that's how we are contained in that area, because
Right.
our lives are centered around that little circle.
Yeah.
So we are literally, that's where we live,
Yeah.
and that's where we conduct our businesses and do our and also that's where we attack each other.
Right.
Right in
Yeah.
our own little circle,
Yeah.
right? That's little circle. Not like as was put that in the other neighborhoods, the residential living
Right.
is so far removed from the church and the liquor store and the bodega and the shops and all of this.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I making
yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that we are contained.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
some reason, we are contained, and because we are contained, we actually implode on each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's very easy to contain us.
Because it brings confusion.
Because it brings, that's exactly.
Yeah.
It brings confusion.
Yeah, and you know,
Yes.
it's crazy because if you was to go back biblical times,
Right.
after the flood had happened,
Right.
and you know, everyone, I guess the the population was starting up again from
Right.
the Noah
No,
three
from after
kids.
Noah. Right.
So they said it was one language.
Yes.
It was one language, and
Yes.
the people were united.
Right.
They were doing things. They were doing great things.
Right.
But they got ahead of themselves. And they said, we can build things up to the heavens.
Right.
And it's like in the Bible is saying, God is saying, listen, we need to go down and we need to switch up we need to give them some different language.
Yes.
We need to confuse them.
Are we talking about the Tower of Babel?
Yes, Tower of Babel.
Tower of Babel,
yeah,
right.
and that's what brought out all these different languages that we have
Right.
now.
Right.
And it's, so there is a pattern of things that have happened. And so as much as we're going to say we're blaming this person and we're blaming that person, no one is perfect.
Right.
And everyone have this human mentality.
Right.
That, if I can get rid of you, I'm going to get rid of you because you're outdoing me. It's like a Cain and Abel mentality.
Okay.
This is why Cain said, listen, Abel had to go because Abel is outdoing me. God liked him more than he liked me, so I
Right.
had to kill him.
Right.
So there is that same type of mentality. It's just unfortunate you have had a race now that is doing that to the black.
Yeah, so, I want to use it, Cain and Abel mentality. That is something, that sounds like a book. That's your next book. That should be a next book. The Cain and Abel mentality.
Yeah.
That I'm putting it out
Okay,
here. Look for
okay.
that book or a verse in the book or
Yeah.
a book or a little book.
Something,
Snapshot,
somewhere, yeah,
I'm
something
telling
out
you.
there, yeah.
But that sounds so on point.
Yeah,
Definitely talking about the fight.
yes,
And also I want to just go back to you talk about the languages that we now speak because of the disruption of one language.
yeah.
Because we weren't using it for the right reasons and we
yes.
weren't
But we got ahead of ourselves.
well we got ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Can I put it, may I take away, is it and then you can just take, correct me.
Yeah,
I'm taking from what you're saying that out of self-preservation,
yeah,
that there are people who, the same, the destruction of a people to preserve a people.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than live as one human race, we are destroying other human beings to preserve a particular set of human beings.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's in a nutshell, you could say that. But because it have stretched so much
There are
out
many
there.
nutshells.
Yeah, so now, because in every different language,
Right?
there is amazing people.
Absolutely.
In every
Absolutely.
language, there is amazing people. And there's,
Absolutely.
because it's crazy. I had some friends that came to visit me here, and they're from Germany.
Right.
And they didn't really know a lot of English. And we, we agree on some common words.
Right.
Even if we weren't saying all that makes sense in what we were saying to each
Right,
other.
right.
We had common things that like, yes. And, just these things where it's lovely, or just those common language that
Right.
would say, you know what, we are agreeing with each other
Right.
on these things, even if the sentence don't get put together the way it's supposed to.
Well, I'm going to tell you just off note. The other night, I had the privilege of being with Shantutu. She's a New York host of a program, Copa Original.
Yeah.
And they were in-house the other night. And, I don't speak Creole. And
Right.
that's what we did. And I think I made a mess of the entire Creole language. I just broke down by sound
Yeah.
what sounded to me in Jamaica conversion.
Right.
And it was a beautiful thing that happened there. But
Yeah.
I'm getting that understanding from what you're talking about with your German friends.
Yes.
That you made commonality of
Yes.
the basic traveling language.
Right.
So
right.
that you could communicate.
Right. And I mean, now we live in a world now where technology have taken
Allows
it so
you-
fast now
yeah.
that it could take any language and break it back down to English for you, so
Yes.
you understand what's going on. Because when I was in Prague,
Yes.
that's what I had to do, because not a lot of people understood what I was saying. So I
Yeah.
would put it in my phone, and my phone would break it down for me.
Right.
So that's kind of where we're at. But when I was saying head of self,
Yeah.
when one is united the way they're supposed to be united,
Right.
and they're doing great things.
Right.
After they have accomplished possibly everything that they have set out to accomplish,
Right.
the next thing is to challenge the unknown.
Right.
The unknown is God.
Right.
Because people don't necessarily, there is still a big argument on, how the earth was created.
Absolutely, yes.
Is there really a God? All these things. So when I say united, and this is why Babel was the way it was and the
Right.
way it happened, because they were accomplishing so many great things.
Right.
And after they finish accomplishing all that, they're like, well, we're one.
Right.
We're communicating. We're all understanding each other. Now let's do it where we can challenge
Right.
what's going on up there,
Right,
the
right,
heavens,
right,
or
right.
whatever that looks like,
Right.
And so this is when you get ahead of yourself and, you compromise things.
Right.
And so for this, in order to shut that down so you
Right.
don't compromise it more than it's already compromised,
Right.
because we already gave the earth to the Satan,
Right,
by
right,
Eve
right.
doing what she did, whatever how the story said it was
Right,
done.
right.
But we live in a time where we have to understand, without knowledge we won't get too far.
Absolutely. But I just want to say this about Eve as a woman, and I'm going to be fighting you on that for a while. So I'm not going to touch that. All the Eves of the world and the people of the women, you know how I'm a big on that empowering women thing.
Right.
Hey, Abigail, thank you so much for coming back. So true. Yes, love that.
Yeah.
Spread the word. Just want to big up, take a minute. I'm going to play some music.
Yes.
Take a break from that. When we
Yeah.
come back, we're
Yes.
going to go back to your books,
Yes.
go back to your children's books,
Yes.
and some titles throughout there where we can find it.
Yes.
How good is it? There's so many the homeschooling and children at
Yes.
home right now and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
And we want to really educate ourselves.
Yes.
If they have in the our history or tradition or culture kind of thing.
Yes.
Where
yes.
to find these books, how to
Yes.
get them, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Can we talk about that when we come back?
Definitely, we talk
And-
about
and-
that.
All right, good
Yes.
stuff. So we're gonna hook up some music right now. Just want to thank you
Awesome.
very much for being here with us. I have Cornell W Bunting in the house.
Escaping a life sentence.
Escaping a life sentence
Yes.
coming out on
June 17th.
June 17th.
Yes.
And we're gonna put out all of that stuff there. He's a man of 27 children's books, 3 out there, 16 novels, 1 memoir.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get with it. And
Yes.
lots of stories to tell, lots of experience.
Lovely.
Music.
I'll be back, guys. In a small world. Love this song. Yeah.
There's something that I wanted to say something. I don't remember. But anyway. You sure you don't want any water?
No, I'll grab a
You
water.
grab a water.
Yeah.
That's live. It's on you. So you're stuck with that.
Come. Lovely.
Get a napkin.
No, that's good. Thank you.
Yes, yes. So we're talking about that day and that day and that day and all that day and back. Yes, we're back. So with you from the Heart Right here, Karen Community Radio, and we have Mr. Cornell W Bunting in the house.
Yes.
Book title again. We gotta put it out there.
Escaping a life sentence.
Escaping a life sentence. I don't want to say it for you. I want you to tell the people all by yourself.
Yes.
Yes, Escaping a Life Sentence.
Coming out June 17th.
Coming out June 17th. Where is it coming out?
Amazon, a lot of the book platforms you can find it on. That's going to be coming out, and then going to be in some stores. We got to get some book signings going first.
Yes, yes.
It'll be in some stores.
Good stuff, good stuff. You hear that, people? Support the locals. I
Yes,
always say,
yes.
you know, that our local people, and that's why I big up our local communities.
Yes, yes.
Because we're the ones doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
We're the one, we know what's going on, and we're the one doing the work always, all the time.
Yeah.
And so I always say that be careful of who you vote in, because we're responsible. for
We
them.
are. Yes.
We are responsible for the people we vote in.
Yes, yes.
And,
yes.
and you know, I'm not going to get there. You know how political I can get, even though I claim not to discuss politics on this program. Because there's one thing I've learned, that politics make you lie and religion make you want to tell the truth.
This is true.
And the two of them don't mix.
Don't mix.
And people don't like hear them. Anyway, going back to, so your book. So we said that we're going to talk about your children's book.
Yes, yes. So the first one was Lion with No Roar.
Lion with No Roar. I saw something. I was looking up and I was seeing, is that the one with a video thing of some...
Yeah, so it does have
Yeah.
all my books have a trailer to them. And
Yes.
and so what I do is I always try to grab the synopsis and try
Yes.
so I'll write a script
Right.
and I'll say, you know what, let's bring this to life. So we actually I mean, we had enough footage that
Right.
could actually make a movie for an hour. But we never did. We just did the synopsis, which was just a little over a minute.
Right, right.
Just really grabbing the main points in the book and really what it's about. Because the Lion with No Roar is about kids finding who they are, finding themselves,
Right,
finding
right.
their calling.
Right.
And so the characters that were used in it, because I'm Leo.
Oh, you're a Leo.
I'm a Leo. So,
He's a Leo.
it's all about the lion, and I have this lion mentality in me,
I see the lion face too, I saw the lion
Yeah,
face
you
too.
saw the lion
yes,
face.
I saw the lion face.
Yeah. So Lion with No Roar was the first. Actually, it's still my biggest kids book thus far, even though I
Right.
just had a new one came out, Nostril Adventure.
Nostril Adventure.
Yeah, and that is actually creating some buzz right now, a little
Right.
bit, because I just did a live book read
Right.
with, so that was set up by the PR firm I'm working with now, Conrick PR and Marketing.
Okay, thank you, Conway, PR and Marketing.
Yes,
very
and
much.
yeah, so they did a great job. I think that had over 30,000
Wow.
views or something like that.
Wonderful,
So
wonderful.
that got so I'm waiting to see what the numbers look like.
Okay.
As far as how many people went and bought the book, stuff like that.
Where can we find these books?
So every book you could find them on Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon,
Yeah,
you could find them on Amazon. There's other book platform that you put it on, they'll come up as well. Barnes and Noble.
Right.
There's one in England as well, Waterstone.
Okay.
Waterstone. Yeah.
What's the general price for those books?
Those books are $9.99.
Okay, people,
Yeah.
come on. Use $10 and buy cigarettes and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
You can buy books to read.
Yeah.
And I think that it's time, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Brother Cornell. We had a time in just the most recent past where books were at a standstill, reading books was at a standstill.
Yeah.
And I think that we actually went dumb for it.
Yes. Yeah.
We actually went dumb for it. And so we need to really start revitalizing the reading
Right.
because it encourages patience.
Yes, it does.
And it encourages self-reflection too,
Yes,
and
yes.
time out.
Yes,
And all the
yes.
beautiful things that come with reading books.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so the generation now, they are so short in patience, short in everything, because reading books is not the thing that they jump to first.
No.
And so now, not only that, I don't want to say not only that, also that reading books really has, it empowers the resilience of the mind.
Yeah,
That's what I want to say.
It does.
And so I really want to encourage everyone to go out and buy these books. Title of the Lion. What's
So
that?
there's Lion with No Roar.
Lion with No Roar.
PD Like the Drip Drop.
Say that again.
PD Like the Drip Drop.
PD Like the Drip Drop.
And Nostril Adventure.
Nostril Adventure. And they're written by Cornell Bunting.
Yes.
Look them up. Cornell Bunting. You can't miss it. His face
can't.
is big on my page now.
And if you type in Cornell Bunting on Google,
You're all over.
I'm literally, and this is crazy, I am literally the only person in this world named Cornell Bunting.
Do you know that I believe you? Because
Yes.
I'm the only person in this world with the Oweda G, that name too.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
I looked it up. You're all, bam, 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 bam,
Yeah,
bam.
yeah.
You're
yeah.
absolutely correct. And that's why it was so easy for me to extract, to get the information about you,
Right.
to present, because you were just so right there.
Yeah.
You can't miss it. All the infinite, Amazon has it right there.
The crazy thing, I even have an email that I got from Wikipedia
Yeah.
that wants to do my story, like to put it on Wikipedia.
Right.
I just feel like and so this is just me. I just feel like I don't have enough material out there yet, or my stature is not where I want it yet before I decide to give them.
Can I just get on my advocating side?
Yes,
here and tell
yes,
you
do it.
that, listen,
Yeah.
the statue comes with putting it out
It
there.
does.
So
This
hurry
is
up and
true.
get with, put it out there,
Yeah.
and let the statue grow with you, because you have to grow united with yourself.
This is true. Yes,
So
this is
you
true.
know many of us, and that's a Leo in him. You know,
Yeah,
you want
the
to.
Leo.
The Leo in him says success,
Yeah.
and that's a beautiful thing, because we
Yeah.
need to be successful, and we must look forward to success. It's a
Yes.
beautiful thing.
Yes.
But you know what? You have to start at A,
Yeah.
and so
In order to
do
get the
it,
B.
C. So do it.
Yeah.
No excuses.
Yeah.
So do it. We're looking forward.
Yes.
I'm going to definitely be following you all the
Lovely.
way through,
Lovely.
and talk about you from time to time, more times than as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because I think that what you're doing is important to a people,
Yeah.
and your story is one of many.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for really, being brave enough, first of all, to fight the fight.
Right.
To get yourself. I'm not going to talk anymore, because we need to buy that book.
Yes.
Not giving away anymore about the book.
Yes.
It's titled
Escaping a Life Sentence.
Escaping a Life Sentence. Escaping a Life Sentence. Buy the book. It's going to be out on June 17th,
Yes.
2020.
Yes.
June 17th, 2020.
Yes.
Look out, that's a week from now, just about.
Yeah.
Next week.
This coming week.
This coming week.
I think
So
Wednesday.
4 days from now, there you go.
Yeah.
So look out for that. I'm definitely going to be looking out. Fort Myers people, just want to big up. I said Southwest Florida because I want everybody to know that you're from this part right about now.
Yes.
Jamaican by birth.
Yes.
Jamaican by birth. Been all over.
Yes.
Bristol. So like
Everywhere.
yeah, everywhere. A little bit of New York and all of that too.
Yes.
So yes. Good stuff about good stuff. It's absolutely a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely in
Pleasure
person.
to meet you as well.
Yes. Marissa, I just want to say, mwah, bless.
Yeah.
God bless you, Marissa. Mwah. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Because, the connections.
Yes.
That's a beautiful thing.
And I want to thank all you guys too that have tuned in and be checking it out. I appreciate you guys,
Yes,
man, and all the following and the support.
Yes, I want to, you know what? May I borrow a little moment here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just borrow a little moment too, because I have to big up all of Facebook page. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for being a part. Happy birthday, everybody. If you have birthday today, last week, this week coming up, happy birthday to you. Any special celebrations, big up, big up, big up, big up. You know how I am. I'm kind of when I'm doing all of this, the talking is what I do best.
Yes.
All the other frills of it. I'm not following through that. I don't take calls. This has to be a special occasion for me to take calls, because that is like every now and then. But we're gonna set up where we can take calls when the book come out.
Definitely, yeah.
When the book come out,
I'll
we do a
come
take
back.
call.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'll
Thank
come
you so
back
much.
and
So I want to thank everybody. Southwest, Karen Spears, Ayashi Hewitt, Stephanie Stevens, all my people in Fort Myers, all the wonderful women, empowering women. Big up, big up. That icy sweet candy place that I needed to get. I needed to get Abigail. Thank you so much, Abigail. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. She
Oh,
said.
definitely welcome. You're
Okay.
welcome, Abigail.
While lots of people are, I have the connections from Guyana and Belize. A lot of folks, they listening, but they get so tired of because when I, depending on what kind of music I play, Facebook cut it off, then they have to come in again, and we have to come in again. No matter how much I talk about, I don't own the priority, the royalty rights and all that kind of stuff. They keep cutting, so it's discouraging to many people because they have to keep coming in and going out. So I always encourage everyone. CaribbeanCommunityRadio.com. Get there, listening, because that's what we are actually promoting, that you connect directly with the source.
Right.
Get connected, and that's why also with the source we're talking about Cornell Bunting. Connect with this source.
Yeah.
Cornell Bunting, his book coming out,
Escaping a Life Sentence.
Escaping a Life Sentence.
Yeah.
And there's many books before.
Yes.
Check him out on Amazon and all the book places that we possibly can, because we need to support this movement.
Yeah.
Part of the movement.
Yeah, and actually one of the piece that's from Bunt Walk is on the YouTube, and it's on a bunch of places. Mix Sound, SoundCloud.
We're gonna find you.
Yeah.
Do you hear that, everybody?
Yeah.
Cornell Bunting is on YouTube. Little
Yes.
pieces of him. He's everywhere.
Yes.
He's like sunshine.
Yes.
Everywhere, and shine for all people, on all people, with all people.
This is good.
Yeah.
Do I have enough time to perform one of the pieces from the book for them, or
Are
no?
you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, you must. Absolutely, people. Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, I have a lot of people that have listened. They have came out to when I did the book signing, because I perform a few pieces from the book Bunt Walk.
Thank you so much. Before you were you getting ready to read it now?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
before you do that,
Yes.
what happened on June 10th?
June 10th.
You did some book signing or something?
That was this past June 10th?
Yes, this one right here.
Oh, my
something
goodness.
happened, because I'm looking you up. See, I know. Yes, something happened.
Oh, my photo shoot. I just
Photo
did.
shoot.
Yeah. I just did a photo shoot. Those images gonna become. I got to tell you, man. So, France Casimir is the photographer name.
Right.
Did an amazing job, and the session was only supposed to be an hour.
Right.
We shot for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
I just changing outfits. My lady came out. She helped me, just to move us around to the locations and changing attire, somewhat some directions on the shoot as well. So that was a lot of fun, because we have some promoting coming up for Escaping a Life Sentence, because this book is really a big deal. And a lot of times people see a book and they don't understand what's inside the book, because they just look at the cover and they probably make their judgment from that.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
No, because this one you really want to get in and you want to read. There is a lot of information in there that people be like, what?
I can't wait.
There's a lot of stuff in there that's like surreal.
Awesome.
Just really, like, is that possible? So we're gonna do some pushing, and I have some people in Johannesburg that's waiting for the book to come out, as well in Toronto.
Right.
That is just waiting for it to drop. I talked with one of my friends in Cayman Island the other day about possibly doing a book signing over there, just connecting with the right people.
Right.
And then, what happens with the PR firm that I'm using right now, Conrick, they have sent out a press release already on the book. So people are getting what entails. And I've had a few people that have read the book already. I've had Byron Martin, who is X-Men producer.
Yeah,
The movie
yeah.
X-Men.
Yes,
He
yes.
wrote an amazing review for the book. I
Wonderful.
really like the story. So, there's some people that have already got a chance to jump in there. My mentor, Dick Harp,
Right.
I've jumped in there, and he read the manuscript, and he said, it's a beautiful book.
Wonderful.
You recommend people to go out and see it. And I'm not just saying that because I want people to go buy the book, but
buy the book.
Right now we're in a time right now where you can say people of color have woke up.
Right.
They have woke up, they've said enough is enough.
Right.
And so there's things in this book that address a lot of those things, when it comes to equality and stuff like that. So you address a lot of that, but also it helps you to understand how to escape a lot of these are the things that trap you and trap the mind, So
sounds like we need to get this book real quickly. Can't
Yes.
wait for the 17th.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
And I hope I hope you're listening, and I hope you're sharing. Remember, CaribbeanCommunityRadio.com. This is Oweda G from the heart right here at Caribbean Community Radio, 941 Tanya Yammy Trail, Suite C. My mouth is going fast, and my brain is going too fast. Anyway, I want to take this time. So you're going to do this
Yes.
poem. Okay, beautiful.
I'll do one of the poem. I won't do the one that's out there. The one that's out there is called Oneself to Be, and that's like another powerful piece that just kind of help you.
Oneself to be.
Yeah, but even in my dramatic pieces that I write, there is stuff in there that you will still learn from it.
Wonderful.
So this one is called The Drop, and the way I perform the pieces, it sounds different than when you guys read it. So it goes like this. From my barn, me a climb tree. My first tree was a mango tree. Then me try the coconut. But the climb was great. The fruit of this palm tree, my mind have me thinking. The tree have bread. What can do? Wine, oil, and milk. So much. I come from this one tree. A little man say them bore a hole in the heart and call it plamento. The liquor they resemble white tar. Me eat a cane and I watch the tree. In the evening, put a bamboo to the tree. Me a climb as day break. The climb look great. Us green, thicker than two of my fingers. Under that us is a hard shell, thicker than a walnut shell. Thinking about what's under that shell, white marrow substance. Put my finger in, drinking this fresh with fish and bread. Tastes like almond. The natives make oil. We from West Africa with a climb nature. My next climb was the ackee tree, a prominent food, the national fruit of my yard, Jamaica. They talk about the ackee and saltfish. Me needed this climb, a climb to remember. Me standing under the tree looking. Ackee pods close, waiting for ripen. Mom bring home saltfish. Me can't wait. Clean and wash, my mom say after pickings. Ackee pod open, crocus bag ready. Girl to impress coming. Start my climb, the climb a success. Me at the top, girl impress, me happy. Time for pickings, start me pickings. Ackee get dropping a crocus bag settings. Bag I get full, out on a limb, still picking. Me excited about this national dish. Everyone watching, I'm going to get her. She look at me smiling. Something move, oh shit, limb broke, me falling. Can't grab nothing, me dropping, not good. The main road caught me, knocked out. I'm at a beautiful place, entrance I wait. The settings look nice, can't wait to get in. Doorman and in my chest, no access. Too early youth, come back when you're old. What happened me ask? The drop happened youth.
Wow. I gotta do music for this and come back. Gotta. Oh my goodness. I love it so much. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
I want it to be, listen, it's alive.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
You have, just based on what I'm hearing then, it's important for you to read your poetry.
Oh yeah.
Because what you get from it and when you look at it,
Yeah.
there's no way
different.
you can get the life.
Right. Yeah.
That is so. I was in it. I was in it. It's
That's good.
alive.
That's good.
I almost started talking with you.
Good.
Beautiful.
Good.
Beautiful.
Good. Someone said they want you to play the oneself to be.
Oneself.
Oneself to be. That's the other piece.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oneself to be.
Done.
So Marissa in Naples. Yeah.